Now you can see we're getting her put together. Got the oil pump, lower cover on, new seals, upper cover, new cam seals, cam spacers, oil slingers. Everything is torqued. These are the extra bolts for the accessory attachments. Camshafts are in with all of the timing marks lined up for the correct right-hand drive, standard timing, and got new bushings for the idler gear. And yeah, so we're slowly piecing this thing together. The crank is in. I've got 3 to 4 thousandths clearance on the main bearings, which is well within spec. And right now I am replacing the valves in the head. So I tracked down who made these heads or rebuilt them. He stamped a number on each of the cylinder heads. These were rebuilt, I think, 3 or 4 years ago. An outfit, Detroit Diesel outfit in California. And I was able to actually find their Facebook page, and there was a picture of these exact heads being rebuilt. And anyway, I called the guy up and asked him about the heads because I didn't know how they were built. And I gave him the number, and he looked it up in his book. And I said, yeah, no, it was built as a marine natural head. So I got a set of turbo valves from Leeds. So I'm in the process of swapping the valves out. And I made myself my own spring compressor tool because trying to find one isn't the easiest thing. And they're really expensive, but this works great. So I'm going to get this head all done. I'm going to get the valves put in it, and then I'm going to get the upper valve train put together. I'm going to pull this water snout off and get the other, all the other little accessory accoutrements that need to be on it from the old head. And then we're going to swap over and do the driver's side. So this will be my passenger side head. It does have some damage to it, and I don't know if you can see that, but it's it looks like it's dropped a valve at some point or something was in it and it chewed it up, but I don't see any cracks. And yeah, we're gonna run it. So good solid casing, original casting versus the new Chinese stuff. So should be okay. Should be good to go. All right, I got this bad boy taped off. And we're going to do some painting on it. So taped and cleaned, and I'm going to finish up painting the block. Well, the blower, the rear cover, rear housing, the governor, and then I'm going to finish up the heads and everything. I didn't have the settings right on that gun for the primer. Yeah, I didn't have the settings right, so you can see it didn't lay it very smooth, but I'm not upset about it because frankly it's an industrial engine and most of it's cast iron, and it'll look better than it did. So I'm not going for perfection on this truck. I mean, let's look at it here for a second. Not exactly a a beauty queen. So if this thing was recording all that or not, but here's how they look. I did get some paint on my rollers, so I got to clean those up. But oh, she's looking good. So I decided to actually paint the engine here in the shop. So drag my hose in here, and I'm gonna paint this little girl. Whew. Okay. Let's get back to business, boys. I mean, she ain't flawless. She's got her little imperfections, but hey, she sure is shiny. You can see there, it was chewed up a little bit. That one looks a lot better, obviously. But it's got good valve seats. Those are all nice and new. So we should be okay. I got all of the pistons built. And unfortunately, I have 4 wrist pin retainers that are leaking. So I have to try and find 4 of those. I'm gonna buy more than 4 just because my luck will not fix it right away. But I need to try and find some of those tomorrow. I did get the 2 cylinders in, 2 liners and rods in that were good to go. So those fit really nice. And then what was interesting about this, so I bought the vacuum tool, and I I'm just waiting for the right size cup so that I can do the vacuum test on these. But what I did is the book says fill these things with fuel oil and look for leaks. So I did that. I filled them all up, and I had some leaks, and I knocked the ring retainers in with golf ball, got it tighter and seated better, and fixed some of the leaking ones, and thought I had fixed them. I had no liquid leaking out, but when I put the air hose to it, I could force bubbles in. So they're leaking. So I'm going to replace them. And I'm glad I did that, because I would not have known had I not, not done that. I would have assumed that they were good, but I was hoping to just get it done so I could put all the cylinder kits in and have that buttoned up today. But I don't have the vacuum thing, and so I tried it with that, and that's what I got.